Season 2, back again, Talk of the Town, 918. Dwayne and Darnell. We couldn't be at the barber shop, so excuse me. I know we're going to get some slack for that, but shout out to Uncle Rod Thompson.
We at the Palace.
Yeah, we at the Palace. 918 Beggs legend. Appreciate you, Rob. But we got a special guest, Shake Milton, Owasso's own 918 kid. You know, appreciate you, Shake.
I appreciate you being here. Like, yeah, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell of a basketball player. Been knowing Shake for about 8-9 years. We had the luxury of my brother coached his little brother when MJ was in the first grade.
Yeah.
First grade? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've been knowing Shake for a while. He was in high school, actually. Then we're going to talk about his career. But Shake, tell the people your career, like what got you playing basketball like at a young age?
Man, I'm pretty sure I've been playing ball since I was like 4 or 5 years old. Like, it was my dad from the rip. Like, he had me out there, you know, dribbling right hand, left hand, like at a really early age. Like, I remember just walking around the crib. He had me like just doing form shooting. Like, it was nonstop at an early age, but I fell in love with it. I loved it though, so it was cool.
What age was you when he put the basketball in your hand?
Probably around then, honestly, like 4 or 5. Like, he had me, I was sleeping with a ball, like everything. I was brushing my teeth with one. It was just from the very beginning. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so take us to, when did you start playing organized basketball?
Man, I would honestly, like, probably around 6 or so. Like, I was young.
YMCA league or?
Yeah, I was back then. I was playing. You remember they used to have you line up across from each other. You had a little band.
Oh,
you got a guard. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I'm trying to find who got the best. You know what I mean? The best band and match up. So yeah, back then it was early with it.
And was you pretty good at that age?
Definitely, man. I mean, I don't know. I feel like as a kid, I just kind of had a knack for the ball. You know what I mean? Knowing, you know, what to do with it, too. A lot of kids at that age are just really starting to play it, and I was with my dad working out every day. So, you know what I mean? I think it was just a little bit of a jump.
Okay. And what age was it when you first started playing, like, AAU? Like not the rec ball, like, seriously, like, AAU, maybe traveling around the world playing?
AAU was definitely young, man. I remember, like, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, like we was having tournaments like all across the country. Like,
and who was you playing with?
My dad's team, Oklahoma Magic. Okay. So I mean, it was pretty easy. He had us traveling to, you know what I mean, Arkansas, Texas. I remember one time we went to North Carolina, Florida for the little AAU tournament. So yeah, it was nonstop.
Okay, so after your AAU you went to Owasso High School.
Owasso High School. Yeah.
How was that? Did you start your freshman year?
I did. It was like the first couple of games I didn't. I remember that. I played JV first game, and then like after 2 games, I started after that, and I started.
So you was kind of known like in middle school, like, hey, Shake's coming to Owasso. He gonna play his freshman year.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, at first, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna go to Owasso.
Oh, so where did you think about going?
It was. We were looking at a couple of schools. It's really my dad, but for real, we was looking at like Booker T and like Edison, and I think it was like. Or Owasso. It was like one of those.
So why didn't you go to Booker T or Edison?
Really, honestly, it came down to me, and I think as a kid, I was just like, yo, like I know my friends, like, you know what I mean. I'm just cool here, so that's ended up what it ended up being. But yeah, Owasso, I played probably 2 games JV, and the rest was just starting varsity. So.
Okay,
yeah,
so did y'all make it to the state tournament your freshman year? Do you remember?
Nah, freshman year we weren't very good. Sophomore year and on, we were pretty decent. I think we made the state tournament all 3 years after that, but we wasn't able to really do none. I feel like the West schools were just, you know what I mean, they were a little ahead. You know what I mean, they had a little something that we couldn't really match up with at that point.
And then your junior and senior year in high school, you won Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yeah.
At what point in your high school career did that not switch? Like, man, I'm better than these dudes.
I would say sophomore year of high school for sure.
What do you think led to that?
Honestly, it was just my freshman year, just kind of having a year of going through it and seeing it, because it was a jump going from 8th grade to you know what I mean, varsity ball. It was definitely different type of physicality, stuff like that. So after going through that year, I kind of just had my mind set like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to average this amount. I'm going to average this amount of rebounds. You know, we're going to win this amount of games, and just tried to lock in and just kind of tried to break it down to a science. And when I got out there, it was just kind of easy, you know.
At what age was it when you hit your growth spurt? Like, did you hit it in your freshman year, or did it hit it late?
Nah, I think probably like sophomore year. I was probably like 6'3", maybe 6'3". Then freshman and junior and senior year, probably got up to about 6'4", 6'5".
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's when you kind of took over.
Yeah, definitely. I kind of
Could you feel it like, okay, my body's...
Yeah, a little bit. It was just kind of like I was always just kind of long and lanky. You know what I mean? Like I was just long and lanky. Kind of just looked like my arms just crazy long. You know what I mean? Legs too. So it was kind of just a matter of like putting it all together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever win a state championship?
Nah, we didn't. Didn't get
close?
I think we got to like the semifinals.
I got beat out
1 year.
It was at Rogers
Evan
against Jinx.
Jinx beat y'all.
But I think y'all played that next game.
TJ Washington was at Jinx, I think, and I think they beat y'all to go to the state tournament.
Really? I think so. And then we ended up getting to the state tournament, though. I think we had to play that extra game or whatever it was to get there, but we did, yeah. Sophomore year, I think we made it to the state semifinals, and that Edmond Memorial team hit it like a buzzer beater shot.
The Woodard brothers?
I don't know if it was Woodard who hit it, though. I think it was a different dude on the team who hit the shot, but it was like a buzzer beater, and that ended up knocking us out. That was probably our best team, though, probably our best chance right there.
And you played in the Tournament of Champions, right?
Yeah, I did. A couple years, I think. 1 year, maybe.
Do you hold up for the most points in the game there?
I don't know if that's my record. I know.
What was the most points you scored?
I got bit in the Tournament of Champions. I think I had like 40-some, or maybe.
That game. It might have been 50.
It might have been 50.
It might have been 50.
I'm not gonna hold you. It might have been 50.
a 50 piece. I remember.
50. I had a couple of those. So.
Okay, so your high school career at Owasso, and then you started playing AAU with Team Griffin in high school too, right?
Yeah,
Athletes first.
Athletes first. Athlete first now.
Athletes
Athlete
first.
first. Back then it was athlete first. Now it's Team Griffin. How did that transition go?
Man, it was cool. I went from playing like with my dad's team, Oklahoma Magic, to like the Titans, and then shout out to Jerry Triplett and them, my guys out there. I played for the Arkansas Tigers, and then finally I was like, I mean, you could see it as a kid, like, you know, growing, and then you kind of see like, all right, this might be the next step I could take to like try to get. Because at the time, my only goal was to really go to college, go to a good school. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I was able to do athletes first. I had played Alonzo. He was there. I played him in high school for one game.
Alonzo Trier.
Yeah. And then after that, I was able to go to athletes first. So we did that for 1 year, and then I ended up going to MoCan.
So you went to MoCan your sophomore year, going into your junior year. You just played for MoCan 1 year?
No, it was 2 years. 2 years.
Okay. So when you got to MoCan, what did you start?
I don't know if I really even started the first. It was like the first couple games I didn't start. Maybe the first tournament I didn't start, and then after that I did.
Okay.
Yeah, with Rodney.
So could you tell the difference, like from Oklahoma high school basketball to the EYBL to you? Do you think it was a big difference?
For sure. I mean, then again, just being able to play AAU my whole life, that was kind of more so just like EYBL, but just on another scale. EYBL was just another level of that. You know what I mean? But in terms of Oklahoma basketball versus the EYBL, of course, there was a big difference. Big difference, yeah.
Got you. You think that got you better?
Oh, for sure. I think, honestly, what got me better was just growing up. My dad always had me playing like 2 years up.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Okay. So, like, I was first grade. We was playing in third, fourth graders, you know what I mean? So it was, I think that for sure helped my development.
Playing in the EYBL, who was your toughest competition? Like, man, this dude, he might be still playing in the NBA right now. Like, man, this dude nice.
Toughest competition. It's kind of crazy, man, because you see everybody, and now you see everybody who I see now in the league. You know what I mean? Playing in the league. So,
well, give us like three, maybe 2 or 3 that you was like, man, in high school, like at the time you like, man, this dude got a chance, and now maybe he's still in the league or something.
I remember in like high school. Who's that Florida team in the EYBL? Each one teach one. They were they were loaded. They had a bunch of people who were nice. Houston Hoops too. They had like A bunch of people, Kelly Oubre, Justice Winslow, and all of them. They was really nice.
Was Darren Fox on that team?
I think so. He was there too. Yeah, man. That was the thing about the EYBL. Like every time you would play a team, you knew that team was good, and they had somebody on that team who was ranked and supposed to go this way or this way. So it was always, good competition.
I heard you had a big matchup against Mac Irvin Fire.
Oh, yeah,
against state point guard Jalen Brunson.
Nah, most definitely. I don't know. I mean, shout out to Rodney too. He always, Rodney, he was our coach, but he always had a way of just firing us up before a game, you know what I mean? He was the type to put the motivational videos on the screen, you know what I mean? And then just his talking stuff. He had us bought in, but that was just the MoCan way in general. But yeah, we just
did you give him buckets?
We got him. Yeah, we got him.
Hey, shout out to Rodney who just won Peace Jam. Yeah. Congrats on your job at K-State, my guy. Can't wait to have you on here too.
Definitely.
So after your high school career, how many, when did you start getting college offers? Like, at what age was you? Like, your first offer, like, official offer that you can remember?
I think my first offer I was a sophomore. Mm-hmm. It was probably, I think it might have been, Creighton or Tulsa. Okay. One of those two schools. Uh-huh. But, I was a sophomore year, man. It's crazy, just that whole thing in general, man. I remember just being a freshman, being a young kid, freshman in high school, and you hearing about who's getting what letters, and you know what I mean, just playing that whole game, man. So, yeah, it was exciting. It was exciting.
And who was your top when it came down to it? Who was your top 5 schools that was recruiting you and that you thought about going to?
I didn't even have 5 on my official visit list. I had Oklahoma, SMU, and Indiana. Those are the 3 schools I was really locked in with. Okay. Yeah.
And so at that time, what made you choose SMU then?
Man, I was this close to going to Oklahoma. I was ready. It was just I got with my people. I got with my mom, and then Larry Brown. Honestly, our relationship just got like this. And then shout out to my guy KT too. He took the assistant job at Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky, yeah,
Kentucky. But our relationship was we were super close. Our family situations were similar, and he was just as soon as I talked to him, the first time I talked to him, I was comfortable with it. So coming to Dallas, and especially on my visit, they showed us a really good time too. And so it was really a no-brainer. Yeah.
So you got a chance, and you just brought him up, Coach Larry Brown. You know basketball. Everybody knows Larry Brown, of course. Allen Iverson. What was it like playing with such a legend like that?
Man, he's exactly what he is. He's a legend, an icon, especially at the game of basketball. But just being able to learn from him, man, he was definitely on us heavily. Sometimes you wouldn't even understand, why is he yelling right now? You know what I mean? But it was always for the better. And then he always took care of us too. He always showed love. So Larry Brown, he's amazing, and I still talk to him to this day.
Oh, okay, so cool. Did he ever have to cuss out or shake Milton?
Probably. Yeah, no, definitely he did. Definitely he did. But it was out of love. I knew it though. You know what I mean? He would cuss me out, and then, you know what I mean, call me up and tell me to come sit by the bench. You know what I mean? The same way. So, I mean, playing for a coach like that is cool too, because that's the type of coach you want to play for. Facts. You know it's out of love, so it's all good. Yeah.
Right. So take us through your college career a little bit. When you got there, you started your freshman year, right?
Yeah, I did.
So what was your biggest adjustment coming from Owasso, playing on the EYBL, and then going Division I? What was your biggest adjustment? Was it the body?
I think my body still needed time to just get, stronger and better anyways. But more so than that, it was just kind of the speed of the game and the physicality, I would say. It was just a little more physical, and I kind of had to figure out how can I leave an impact or make my impact on the game. You know what I mean? So it ended up being shooting. I figured, okay, I know for a fact if you throw it to me, I'm gonna catch it and shoot it and make it. You know what I mean? So I just started
standing in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. And then I just built it off that way. I started knocking down shots, and I'm like, okay, I can do this too. I can come off the dribble and do this too, and it just kind of elevates like that.
Did you ever hit that freshman wall? Maybe even before the season started, where you was like, man, I don't know about this.
I really don't think so. I think as a freshman in general, you're going to have ups and downs.
Yeah, for sure.
That's with anything. As a rookie in general, you're going to have ups and downs. But I think just sticking with it, you know what I mean? Riding the wave. Don't ever get too high. Don't get too low. Right. And I think that definitely helped me because, by the end of it, end of my freshman year, I felt really good.
And you got Rookie of the Year on the All-ACC rookie team, right?
Yeah, on the team.
So how many points did you average?
I think it was just something like 8.5, 9 points a game, something like that.
Did y'all go to the tournament your first year?
No, see, so that was the year we actually got banned. Yeah, we got in trouble.
Right,
yeah,
right,
so
that's right.
And that was one of our better teams too. We would have. I think we was at the game. That was the year we went like 17, 19-0 or something like that to start the season.
Was it ever a moment like in the locker room, like, man, we ain't even playing for nothing? You know what I mean? Like in the back of your mind.
At first, for real, it was like, man, well, so what are we doing? Guys trying to figure out what they're gonna do. Are they gonna stay? Are they gonna try to transfer?
Gotcha.
But yeah, once we got rolling and we started winning all them games, it was just like, you know, we just going, try to prove a point.
Yeah,
that's what it was about. So,
So your sophomore year, how did that go for you?
Oh, that went great. We were really good. We had like Shimmy, Ojale, Sterling Brown.
Shimmy's still playing, isn't he?
Ben Moore, yeah, he is. He was with the
Boston Celtics,
and Clippers, and then I think he's doing something else. Sterling's still in the league too.
Okay.
He's with is he back to Houston? I think Houston or Dallas, one of those two. So Dre Foster too. Yeah, we had a squad.
Oh, okay. So was y'all still banned at that time, or y'all was back? Y'all was eligible to go to the tournament?
No, we was back. We had we went to the tournament. We lost.
Was
on
that at
crazy
Tulsa?
stuff.
I mean,
that was at Tulsa too.
You came home and lost.
Yeah. I know.
At the buzzer.
That was sick at the buzzer too, man.
Who did y'all play?
USC.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
USC.
Okay.
USC.
So I remember. I don't remember, but you played home at TU, and I think you hit him for like 30, maybe.
Yeah, I think I had like, I don't think it was quite 30, but I think I had like 7, 8 threes.
What grade was you in at that time? Was you sophomore?
That was my freshman year.
Oh, that was your freshman year.
That was freshman year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Did you also, when you came home, was it like? I mean, I know they recruited you. Did you like? I got a point to prove, like to the town, or?
Nah, I really just wanted to play well because I knew I had so many family and friends going out there. Like, it really wasn't no shot at Tulsa or nothing like that. Because they was cool. They recruited me and everything like that, but it was a little too close to home for me. You know what I mean? It was. So but yeah, no, it was just about kind of just trying to, you know what I mean, play in front of the family and friends. That's what you wanted to do. So just try to hoop. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So your junior year, how did you go back or did you enter the NBA draft?
Nah, junior year I came back. I did that junior year, and then after that I left.
So, but when did Larry Brown leave? Didn't Larry Brown?
He left after my freshman year.
Oh,
and so it was Tim Jankovic who took over out there.
Was Tim already on the staff?
Yeah, he was. He was an
so
assistant. It wasn't too crazy. Nah, nothing different. Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, okay. So your junior year, did you ever think your sophomore year, like call mom or whoever, about entering the NBA, or you already knew, like, I'm going back to school?
No, I thought about it. I really did. I took my time with that decision. I started working out and stuff, just trying to get a feel for
yourself?
it. Nah, by myself.
Okay.
But just I was really trying to enter that mode because, you know, it's kind of a mindset you got to really enter into. But I thought to myself, like, if I could have one more year of coming back and, you know, really get a chance to, you know, show my skills a little bit more, that I could probably put myself in a good
have anybody to
position.
tell you, like, try it out, test the waters, anything like that?
Yeah, I definitely did. You know, KT was one, LB was one too. They both were really supportive about that. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So your junior year, you take off again. How many? Do you remember how many you averaged your junior year?
I ended up getting hurt, but I think it was like 18.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
And y'all made it. Did they make it back to the
They
tournament?
didn't. We had a bunch of injuries. Like
a
bunch of our three of our top scorers got injured. So yeah.
And when you got hurt, did you ever say, man, I might need to go to the NBA because I don't want to risk it or nothing like that?
I think just that whole year in general, my junior year, I had kind of just decided that I was all in with it. I was ready. So, like, even after the season, when I ended up entering the draft, I went ahead and I wanted to hire an agent right away. I was just...
You was that much locked in, like, I'm not even finna play with it.
Yeah, I was ready for it.
And how was that process go? Did you go to the NBA Combine?
I did.
How'd you do up there?
I did well, man. It's crazy, my story in general. Like, I did well. I got hurt in the Combine, bro. I ended up doing, like, 11 NBA workouts, like, on, like really messed up. Like, I hurt my back, so... that was probably the craziest experience ever, man.
And how'd you do though during the work?
I did good, but it was just like everything that I had to do in between it to be able to get out on that court and perform was just like it was OD. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. And did the scouts know?
I mean, yeah, I think, you know, that was a little bit of like in my mind, kind of why I slid. It was like I was projected first round, mid to late, you know what I mean, and kind of dropped. I could have, you know, had a deal at like, I think it was like 30-something to go somewhere. They wanted me to take like a two-way deal. I wasn't trying to do it. I was trying to roll the dice a little bit more. Gotcha. Ended up having to take a two-way deal regardless.
Oh, so they called you during the draft like, we finna pick you.
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
Take a two-way deal.
My agent.
Oh, for
That's just kind of how it goes. They hit your agent up and stuff like that. Yeah.
So what is that, after the first round?
30 something after that is after the first round. But it's kind of just a game between, you know what I mean, the front office organization and your agent.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. So you end up getting drafted. Take us through that day and the moment your phone rang. Like, where was you at? You was mom's house, hotel, whatever?
My mom's house. Yeah, I had a couple family and friends over. I mean, at that point, when you get to that point, you really just celebrating the fact that, you know what I mean, you've accomplished this much stuff in your career, and now you are trying to go pro. You're trying to be a professional with it. So that was really dope, just having the family around, and really just kind of enjoying, you know what I mean, the fruits of your labor, for sure.
Okay. We're going to take a small little break. We got Shake Milton, 918, Mr. Owasso. We're going to call you Mr. Owasso. Shout out to Uncle Rod again. We ain't at the McLean Barbershop. Sorry, CJ, but we at Rod. So you see the lake back there. We in Miami at his beach house.
Come on.
Take a quick little break. We'll be back in a minute.
There is truly no place like home. Right here in Eastern Oklahoma, Bravado Wireless provides the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month. We believe in strong, connected communities. That's why we live stream community events like local football games. You may not know us by name, but we'll be at the same festivals and cheering for our kids on the same sidelines. Because we live where you live. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
This episode is brought to you by O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Find the right auto parts, tools, and supplies for your vehicle at O'Reilly's. Anytime you need parts for your car, visit 4734 North Peoria Ave in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The store hours are Monday through Saturday, 7:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. For your better parts, better prices, visit O'Reilly's Auto Parts. This episode is brought to you by the Smith Family Agency. It's simple. They make sure you have the right insurance coverage on your home, auto, or business. They also have the best prices for insurance in Oklahoma. Call my guy Brian Smith with questions, and he will give you a quick quote. We trust him to always do the right thing for you and your family. Call Smith Family Agency at 918-417-7400 and tell them the Bubby sent you.
Welcome back off a break, Talk of the Town 918. And make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, Talk of the Town 918. Okay, Shake, let's go back into the NBA. You was drafted second round, the 54th pick to the Dallas Mavericks. Yep. When you got that phone call, like, how was it? Like, how did you feel?
Man, I can't even describe that feeling, man. It just felt like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. Like, you there, you celebrating with family, you know what I mean? It was just a really good time, man.
And we've been knowing you for some years, and you never really showed emotions before. Did you show emotions on that
Most definitely did, man. It was just like, I don't even know, because you put in so much work, and to finally see it, like, you see something happening, you see a name across that screen, you see them talking about you, see, like, damn, like, my dream is really coming true. It's crazy. Gotcha. It's crazy.
How'd your mom take it?
Nah, she was happy. Everybody was, man. Yeah. It was just a big party that night, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So your rookie year, you go to Philly, you played in Summer League. How did you do during Summer League?
Summer League, freshman year, I couldn't play. I mean, rookie year, I didn't play. But
is it because of your back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was that one.
So you used that year like a redshirt year?
Nah, I was ready by training camp.
Oh, okay.
By training camp came around, but it just kind of, you know what I mean, take your time with it and get back right all the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what during training camp? Like, take us through training camp, like day one. Like, did you feel like, oh yeah, I belong? You know what I mean?
It was. I mean, it's kind of like, you know what I mean, rookie year or freshman year of college basketball. It's like it's another level. It's another jump. You got to take time to adjust and see, okay, I'm seeing the game. I'm seeing how fast it's played. I'm seeing how physical these dudes are. Now how can I, find a little lane and make an impact in it. So, You know what I mean?
So just like you're going from 8th grade to 9th grade, you had to adjust.
You had to adjust.
Bigger guys or whatever. from 12th grade to your freshman year in college, you had to adjust
Definitely.
to. You found your niche. I'm just going to stand over and shoot. What was the biggest adjustment from college to the NBA, like your rookie year? Was it the pace? Was it the size again? Or was it just the speed?
It was everything, like pace, the size, and then really trying to learn and become a professional for real. You know what I mean? Like that was never a thing. We was always going to class and, having to do this, that, and the other. So now having to allocate your time the right way, prioritize, what you're going to do in a day, figuring out how I want to take care of my body. It definitely helps just watching the veterans too.
Did you have a vet to take you in?
Mike Scott, that's my guy, OG. He was a real good dude, good dude. But he kind of kept my head on straight, you know what I mean? And a lot of that first year I was going up and back and forth between G League. So, and the G League helped me out tremendously too. So, yeah.
How'd you do in the G League games?
Oh, I did well. I killed out there. I mean, and that's cool. G League is definitely cool because, for a position like myself, because I was able to go down there and really ball. You know what I mean? I had
get
the
a
ball
little
in my
confidence.
hands. Yeah, definitely get to work on your game and figure out how you're going to play. Because when you come back up, your role not going to be the same.
Right,
you know what I mean? You're going to have to kind of readjust. But being able to go down there and play games and get comfortable with the feel of it.
Was there ever a moment like your rookie year, maybe you was playing in Florida with the G League team and then the next night you got called up? Did you ever have any of those moments?
For sure, man. Like I was probably in like Florida somewhere, and then we had to go all the way on the West Coast somewhere the next night to meet the team and go play.
You was by yourself, just traveling by yourself?
Yeah, for sure. They just put you on a flight and you go meet the team wherever they at. I played a G League game in like Delaware because that's where it was, and then I had to drive to Philadelphia to play later that night.
Damn.
Same night. So yeah, it's
Got you.
that two-way G League. It's a grind out there.
What was your welcome to the NBA moment?
To where you was like, jeez, like.
I don't know if I really had one. Probably. We went to China my rookie year, and we did our two little preseason games out there against the Mavs. That was crazy. Just bro, seeing some of these dudes like you seeing Braun, I'm guarding Braun, or like you know what I mean, something like that. It's just like damn, it's crazy for real, man. I think Braun hit me on a spin move and scored a bucket, and that was like his points to pass Kobe on the list or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, it was something crazy, but just little stuff like that. You know what I mean? You just
Who
like,
was
man.
the person in the NBA, that first person that gave you that work? Like, oh, I don't know, man. You probably went back, called your mom, your friends, like, I got to get my shit together.
I don't know that for sure, but man, the thing about the league is every game, there's guys out there who are just cold, man. Like you got to be on your toes every game. Like people will sit there from their couch and be like, "Oh, they not playing defense. Oh, they can't." Like, nah, like dudes are good. Like it ain't easy. You out there on the island, ain't no defensive 3 seconds either, so you can't just sit in that paint. Like you got to go guard dude. You know what I'm saying? So there's just some talented guys like I don't even know, man. Even like DeMar
DeRozan,
he hit me with a couple. Like I'm literally right in his face, and he's just hitting that mid range, like right over the top. And I'm like, bro, I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna foul him next time. You know what I mean? Little stuff like that. But when you playing, that's what makes it so competitive. Is guys are so good, you know.
Right. So your first time that Shake got on the NBA court for a real regular season game, did you catch yourself maybe in the locker room or driving to the stadium? Did you catch yourself like, man, I'm here, like, or when you got on the court, like, man, I'm here looking up, you know what I mean, seeing celebrities on the front row?
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I would say in China that moment, but when I scored my first bucket, I think we were playing Washington and Philadelphia, and just coming in, like, you're just like, man, like it's crazy. It's 20,000 people, like, looking down, cheering, like, you just like, all right. But when the ball gets up, you get up and down the court one time, you're like, all right, it's basketball. Like, I'm cool. But it's every moment is honestly surreal, man. Like, getting on a plane and, you know what I mean? You just a big old private or, like, just any of that little stuff always catches me off guard. Yeah.
So, during the season, you guys practice. Give us a day in the life of an NBA player, like, during the season. On an off day and on an on day when you have a game.
And the reason why we ask that is because we fans look at it like, he just woke up hoop or something, but it's a lot to go, you know, in the background. Like, tell the youngsters, like my nephew's in there, like, tell the youngsters, like, what's a day in the life of an NBA player?
Okay. Let's do like a training camp day, man. So you wake up, you get in there early. You're gonna eat breakfast, right? Then you're gonna check in with your body. You're gonna either do some type of like PT work, or you might go get a lift in, and then you definitely got to get on the court, a little pre-practice stuff, and then you're gonna have practice. It's gonna take its time out there. You're gonna have film, of course, and then after everybody's done, you gotta come back out and put some more work in, individualized work, and then you go get a lift, go get PT, whatever you need, and then definitely recovery. Gotcha. That's a big thing after that. So training camp is a little bit longer than that, but other than that, it's pretty much that's like your quote unquote job. I don't even like calling it that, man, because it's the best. Yeah, it's the best thing in the world. Yeah, I love it, man. Like I wake up and I think to myself, I'm like, man, the only thing I got to do today is go hoop, man. Yeah. Like, or work on my body. Like that's the type of stuff that I love. So it's cool,
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool.
Okay, so you made it to the NBA. You got your check. What was your first big purchase, or have you made that first big purchase yet?
I wouldn't call it me making the first big purchase yet, man. I'm still plotting on it. I'm plotting on it, though. It's coming real soon. It's coming real soon. But
you still driving the same car from high school?
I am. Yeah. Same car, man.
Good.
I gotta knock a couple things off my list before I take care of the car. But I ain't do nothing, man. I bought myself a really nice bed. And I got this sick fish tank, man. Like, okay, that's probably that's probably the biggest purchase I've made, quote unquote. Yeah, it's nice though.
You got an opportunity to play with two of the best players that play the game right now, Joel and James Harden. Mm-hmm. What make those two do? Let's talk about Joel first. What make that dude different?
Man, honestly, it's unreal. I can't even really put it into words, man. To be 7'2", 280, and to just be moving like a guard, like everything he do out there is guard like. Yeah. Even when he catches it on the post, like he gonna hit you with a guard. But like I seen him come down and like cross between, step back from three, like at the buzzer. I'm just like, bro, like you shouldn't be doing that, like type of stuff, man. You know what I mean? He's just his skill and like physical nature is unmatched. So. Yeah, he's different.
And what about James?
And James he's just an offensive juggernaut. Like he can do a lot of things with that rock in his hand. You know what I mean? Whether it's create for himself or create for others. He just puts that defense in such a bind to where you either gonna give me this layup or I'm gonna spray it for a three. You know what I mean? It's tough. Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, so what you going on? Year 4 or 5 in NBA?
Year 5.
Year 5 in NBA. If you wasn't playing basketball, what do you think Shake Milton would be doing right now?
That's tough, man. I don't know. I could see myself doing a number of things, man. I feel like being creative, whether it be like producing music. I want to produce films too. I'm into cinematography, so I do some stuff like that, or definitely have my hands in some real estate stuff.
Sure.
I'm like just or business in general, getting myself to a point where I could be on some like venture capitalist type things. I mean, I'm doing that now, even though I'm playing basketball, but just branching out. You know what I mean? Being a little bit more creative.
Have you started working on your real estate license yet?
I haven't, not on the license yet, but I'm definitely reading and learning on it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you say music. So when you drive into the game, or before you go out there, what's that one last song you got to listen to?
Man, see, for me, it really just be vibes. Like, I'm not like, I got to listen to this every time before I play. Like, I might play some, like, Reasonable Doubt before, or I might play some, like, you know what I mean, some Black Coffee, like, house music, or I might play some, like, some Luther Vandross, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just whatever I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like that even with my game day routine. Like, if I'm tired, I might nap, but other than that, I might chill. I might go outside and chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, just try to keep it fresh, because when you locked into the season, you locked in. That's 82 games. That's like 9 months. You know what I'm saying?
Playoffs.
So exactly, that's even more games. So just trying to find ways to get my mind off the game, or you know what I mean? Just kind of find ways to lock in.
Okay. So we all know you. Everybody knows you, the basketball player. what other things do you like to do? You know, on your free time during the summer, maybe. What's other things that you like to do?
Man, definitely picking up on golfing. Yeah, that was fun for real.
Have you played yet, like a course?
Yeah. I was able to get a game in Tulsa with my guy.
What you shoot?
We was playing scramble. Thank God. You know what I mean? I was a little rusty. I got to get back in my zone a little bit. But I don't know, man. Just find ways to be creative. Whether it be like designing stuff, I like to do that, or like I said, man, like producing music or shoes for sure. Like that's my thing. So
also you into like the fashion and stuff like that.
Yeah, a little. I don't know about fashion, but just designing like footwear, sneakers, stuff like that. That's cool to me.
You have a big shoe collection?
Yeah, I do.
You do? What you like, Jordans?
Kobe's. I have a lot of Kobe's basketball shoe wise. I got a lot of Air Max. I got Jordans too, but man, I got too many shoes. My mom and some of my family had to come out to Jersey and kind of help me organize it. You know what I'm saying? They said I owe them like a few meals on top. You know what I mean? Just for that. So yeah, definitely.
So being from Tulsa, being from Owasso, Tulsa, who's some of the top hoopers that you may looked up to back in the day or now? Give us some top hoopers to come out of Tulsa.
Top hoopers to come out of Tulsa.
Or maybe guys you played against.
Right
Yeah, played against, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think on that. I can't just give you an answer like that.
Okay, well, give me this then. Who's Shake Milton All NBA team of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah. Like who's your favorite point guard? Give me your point guard.
You gotta go Magic, right?
Okay.
Gotta go Magic.
Who's your two?
Kobe, no doubt.
Who's your three?
Can I make Jordan a three?
You do whatever you want.
Can he a three? Jordan got to be a three. All right, Magic, Kobe, Jordan, Bron. I don't know, man. I was born in '96. I would say.
You got Joel at the 5?
Nah, Kareem.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Who your six man?
Six man. I'm gonna go. I don't know. I can't put it.
All right, put your coaching hat on. You coaching that squad.
Mm-hmm.
You down one.
Mm-hmm.
Who gets the last? It's a timeout. You drawing it up. You got to draw up a play for somebody.
Isolation, Kobe Bryant. I'm not playing with it.
At all.
Isolation, Kobe Bryant. That's my all-time favorite, so I'm biased.
But that's what you watched when you was growing up.
No doubt, man. I used to be in the living room watching hoops with my rock in my hand, right? I'm just watching Kobe do what he does, and as soon as it goes to commercial break, I bust out the door, and I'm like, I'm doing whatever kind of fadeaway or shot I just saw on the TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, from like the little look he gave to like the ripping his jersey, the whole thing. That was me.
So we're gonna take it back. Early in the interview, you mentioned your father.
Mm.
And for the young kids out here or whoever's parents, I lost a parent, and it was probably, I'm 38, and it still bothers me to this day.
Yeah. I try to avoid the conversation, like, because I don't want to get emotional, like right now. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
How was it? You said that your dad gave you the basketball. He was always there.
Mm-hmm.
Your freshman year, you lost your dad. How was that?
Yeah.
What kind of advice can you give a young kid that may be going through it also?
Man, it's tough. I would say this. Some advice. It won't ever really be the same.
So fact.
But you'll find ways to kind of adjust, pivot, and you know what I mean. Make that change work for you. You know what I'm saying. What helped me was having my family around and people that I loved. Like my mom. That's the strongest. Like by far, hands down. Like you know what I mean. Person that I know. Sure. That's my rock. Little sisters, little brother, older sister too, uncles. You know what I mean. Like having those people around you really definitely made it easier because it is an adjustment period. I mean, you know, like going through that, figuring out, okay, well, like how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to do that, who's going to take care of this, who's going to take care of that. It's just a process, you know what I mean? And you got to really allow yourself to go through it, and you got to really sit with it for a little bit and wait till that sun come back out, and it will.
Yeah.
Do you have a way that you remember him, like when you step on the NBA court, like writing his name on the shoe or anything, picture in the locker room, anything like that?
Man, he's just with me all the time. You know what I mean? Like
sure.
All the time. Like I think about him or like think about what he would say or what he would do or thinking about like, man, like if you was here right now, you know what I mean? How I'd be showing him around. I know he'd be in Philly. I know he'd be there, you know what I mean? He'd be
up there living with you.
Oh man, what? He'd be there. I know it. So he's always with me just because he gave me the game.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's
so like everywhere I go, I got the game. I got him.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure.
And what, you talked about your pops. What's your why? Like, what's your motivation? Why does Shake Milton play basketball?
Man, I feel like it's literally just ingrained in me. Like to call it an obsession or a game that I love that'd be an understatement. You know what I mean? Like the game is just is giving me so much. I play for myself first and foremost, just for that love. I play for my family, God who's just allowing me to be here. It keeps me grounded. It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's something I can always, anytime I'm having a day, anytime something's going on, like just holding that basketball or having that basketball around me,
For sure.
you know what I mean, it keeps me grounded. So it's like giving love back to the game.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 4 or 5 years in the NBA. Let's say you got 15, 20 more.
Mm-hmm.
That day that ball stop bouncing,
Yeah.
you get to sit back and chill. Like, what do you want to be doing? Do you want to get back to the game, training, coaching, or is there anything that you want to do?
I definitely want to do that. I've been thinking about just training kids, going around and just training kids, you know, just now just for the fun of it. You know what I mean? I love the game. And I know for me, so many people have helped me out and put me in a position to succeed, especially like when I was younger. Like, it just feels right to do the same, you know what I mean? But I'll definitely branch out and do other stuff too. I told you I want to get into business,
Right.
You know what I mean? Enjoy leisure time and stuff like that, but I'm definitely planning on giving back in a big way.
Is there anything that you would change? If you had to go back and do it all again, is there any one thing that you would change? Like, I might have went to OU. I might have. Is there anything?
Man, no. Because honestly, like, I feel like everybody probably feels like this, but life has been so crazy, and I've been through so many things for me to end up here in this position I'm in. I feel like everything had to have happened the way that it happened. You know what I mean? So I enjoy it, man. Like, I told y'all, man, I wake up every day like, bro,
I get to go.
it's basketball. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not out here. I don't got construction work on. Like, I'm like putting in real work, putting in real hours. Just like, I love to do this. So it's cool, man. I love it.
Then the last thing, if you could also look in that camera, just imagine MJ sitting there.
Yeah.
Something to give back to the youth. Something you would tell them, like, you know, they're gonna have adversity. There's gonna be ebbs and flows.
For sure.
Give a message to the youth.
Man, to my brother, to any young kid out there who wants to, you know, play basketball or take their game to another level, man, I would just say, walk in that light for real. Like, if you want to see yourself as a high school player, you see yourself as a college player, you see yourself as a pro player, walk in that light. You got to become that person right now, and you should be that person throughout. I would say just be mentally locked in. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. Don't, you know what I mean? Stay in your lane. Don't worry about what's going on over here. Who's getting what calls, who's getting what letters, who's getting what offers, man. None of that matters at the end. It's just about the work that you put in, why you're putting it in, and just enjoying the whole process, man. Just enjoy it. Enjoy life, man.
Appreciate you, Shay. Talk of the Town, 918. We up here. Shout out again, Uncle Rod Thompson, Beggs legend, 918 legend. How many state championships you got, Rod?
Come on.
3? No, you lied, right? Yeah, got 3. Shout out Rod. Also, shout out McLean Barbershop. We couldn't do the episode today because we didn't want to be in a barbershop. 30, 40 people being in there interrupting. But shout out CJ, McLean Barbershop. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Talk of the Town, 918 edition. And we appreciate Shay for kicking off season 2. This is season 2. This is going to be season 2, episode 1. We appreciate you, Shay.
No, I appreciate y'all having me, for real. This was fun. This was fun.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.